Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Insight Sports Talk with Johanna Rosalye and my co-host, PLR. How are you tonight?
Could you please introduce me as the 5-0 best record in the Fantasy Football League co-host, PLR? Am I asking too much when I say it like that, or is that okay?
Or I can just introduce you as the champ.
You could, because then we'd be talking about fantasy basketball, of which I have 7 titles, and I am the 2-time reigning champion in a league that's been around 15. This is year 15. I have 7 rings. Need I say more?
Oh goodness, I know. Each year I know I don't stand a chance against you, but I never lose my hopes. So you never know. But yeah, you are kicking butt.
Just to throw this out there so no one thinks that this is some type of scam, I'm in 5 leagues. I'm 5-0 in 2 leagues, 4-1 in 1 league, 3-2 in another league, and I'm on a 2-game winning streak to get even at 3 hopefully this week in the other one. So this isn't just for play. I'm trying to win. I'm out here to get some dollars.
So do you sleep in between all of that at all?
No, sleeping is you know what sleeping is? Sleeping is the first cousin of death, and you're going to meet that first cousin one day. So why speed it up?
Oh, goodness. See who my co-host, he's just amazing. So I can't compare. I'll just say that.
Well, I will say this. It did hurt my feelings to beat you a couple weeks ago, but I played my son this week. So that's really going to hurt my feelings to beat him down.
Like times 10.
Yeah. It hurts my feelings for the tree to beat the seed. I just always remind me that. I'm the tree, you're the seed. So we're good. All right, we can continue. We can go on with the show now. I just wanted to get that introduction. So if you want next week, you could say the 7-time Fantasy Basketball League champ. Or you could pretend like you were LeBron, but I actually meant it. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 times. Champ.
Or you got it. I'll remember for the next show. Just shoot me a little reminder. Just your introduction.
Yeah, no worries. All good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Cool. So, speaking about champions and all of that awesome stuff, we are, of course, in the midst of the MLB Postseason, and it's been a ride, I guess I can say. We have our first series win. The Yankees swept the Twins. And it's the first team to advance. So the Twins, they try to put up a fight, but,
what fight?
Swept by the Yanks. A little bit of a
fight. That wasn't a fight. A fight is like when the other guy gets a punch in. That was more like a fly versus a semi. The Yankees have beaten them 15 straight times in the playoffs. It's not a fight.
Well, I guess that's another statement. I guess I'm just trying to give them credit that they did try, but it just wasn't enough. I know.
You're being all nice.
Lasted for the Twins.
Yeah, well, they tried. Yeah, they tried all right. They tried to get their asses on a plane out of New York.
But can we just say how Torres has been an asset for the Yankees at such a young age and what he's been able to do?
Oh, he's balling. He is out of control right now. Offensively, defensively, right now he's just in control of just about everything. And I had no doubts. Right now, though, just so I let you know, the Stros are down 4-0. I still think they're going to take the series, but they're down 4-0 because I've been all over their pitching saying no one can beat them. Tampa Bay, obviously, is the only team I think that has pitching that can match theirs. Now the bats are coming alive. But when it comes to the Yankees, I know they can hit. Their hitting never fazed me. It's always been, can they pitch? And if they can get the pitching going in the future the way they're doing now, then I think they're going to be a very hard team to beat because I just don't think you can silence all those bats. But what worries me is just the Yankees pitching. But the bats are going to be there. I mean, you got too many for it not to happen.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen, and it'll just be very interesting if we get to see those Astros and Yankees and duking it out. So, but yeah, and then the Rays, they're just right in there. They're not giving up for sure, and gotta give it to Morton. He was just incredible the other night.
Well, because they can pitch.
Exactly. Yeah,
anytime you can pitch, you're going to be okay.
And did you see that curveball? Like he just throws that curveball, and just I don't know, it's just fascinating to watch.
Yeah, they're a good team. Yeah, that pitching staff, man, scary.
And speaking about pitching and a little bit of the struggle that the Nats faced a couple of nights, you really say that they were able to pull it off last night, but they are putting up a fight against the Dodgers. They're tied 2-2. They had a chance to possibly maybe not make it through. Their pitching has been struggling. Corbin has had two bit of a rough outings with the Nats, but they're just hanging in there. So they play tomorrow. So I'm very, very excited to see what happens, and I will not be missing that game. You know that for sure.
Well, I think we should go back and play the tape. Somebody said the Nats were going to win. I'm just saying. If we go to the tape. I mean, we can go to the tape. I'm just saying.
We'll pass this time. But yeah.
We don't want to go to the tape?
No, I won't go to the tape. Not today.
I don't mind going to the tape.
But they are two of the best, in the national, two of the best teams out there. They couldn't have, faced each other off, with, anybody else but between them two to duel it out and who truly is the best. So, because the Dodgers, we know they also have their struggles in the postseason.
Okay, I'm just saying. You sure don't want to go to the tape? Last chance to go to the tape.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, no, I have them. I have Strasburg tomorrow, and it wouldn't surprise me if all arms were on deck.
Yeah. And then they go back to LA for this too. So imagine, all that panning out, Nationals winning in LA.
Well,
no, that would be something else.
Let me go ahead and make you know the national song for the LA Dodgers, right? Do you know it?
Refresh my memory.
All right, I'm gonna just sing a little bit of it, and I'm not a good singer, but I'll sing a little bit of it. Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
This is the chorus. It's entitled "I Choke."
Oh, geez.
So nothing would surprise me.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that. I wouldn't be surprised because for me, the way I say it can really go for either team.
Yeah. Nope.
In my opinion.
I choke. Just saying.
Let's avoid that. And speaking about choking, there's been a little bit of a controversy with, in the NBA over the last, I guess, maybe now a couple of days now with Morey, and some words he expressed that weren't taken well by many. So what do you think how that's gonna affect the NBA? It seems like it's already started to affect some business between NBA and China, and players are trying to get past it, but what do you make of it?
Well, first we have to remember, this is one of the few countries where you can call the president an idiot, or call a senator an idiot, or say beat you to the to the government or be feud to the president or be feud to the way this is run or be feud to the police. This is really the only country you can do that. So we have to stop for a second and say, okay, let's take that part into consideration. And then once we get past that, we have to say, okay, we have a foreigner coming into our country, which is government ran, television is government ran, and that foreigner is going to basically side against us. And then how are we going to take it? Now, I agree with the NBA in that they're saying, hey, look, we're not going to appease this government and, feed one of our guys to the wolves just to make them happy. But then the other side is they have to understand they're going to take a hit. And globally, that's going to hurt them because the relationship between the Houston Rockets and China has been a good relationship ever since or before Yao Ming even came here. So now that's going to be one that's going to be hard to get over. How the NBA does this in the end, I don't know. The Chinese television has already pulled the games off air. So it's really just a matter of now when Adam Silver gets there, can he coax the Chinese government enough to get back in their good graces on the business side? What I think is unfair to the NBA, though, is, every pundit on this side of the country, everything has to be political here. You got half the people saying, stick up for Daryl Morey, don't let anyone push him around, stand up to an NBA, all you're thinking about is the money. And then we got another side saying, what are you doing? You better go in there and, tail between your legs and beg for forgiveness. I don't think he really has to do either or. I really think Adam Silver's handling this great. He made a statement. He's going to go over there. He's going to talk to Yao Ming, and who's the president of the Chinese Basketball Federation, and basically try to, smooth it over. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, what are you gonna do other than say, okay, thank you. Now, does it hurt dollar-wise? Yes. Does it hurt streaming-wise? Yes. But it's not going to hurt the NBA. If China has a lot of eyes and a lot of money and a lot of sponsorships. So it's always going to hurt the pocket a little bit. But is it going to stop talent from playing in the NBA? No. Will it stop the NBA from going to Japan or Russia or Greece, Italy, Spain? No, it would not. And if the U.S. really wanted to play hardball back, they could just say, fine, the U.S. basketball team won't come over for the Olympics. And that would hurt their revenue because then that's going to be some stadiums that's not going to be sold out because the NBA players won't be there to sell the stadiums out. So they could go both ways. I think this is one of those things where time will heal all wounds. China's a little bit, as Drake would say, they're a little bit in their feelings right now. So let them work that out, and there's really not much you can do about it, to be honest with you.
So do you think maybe in the long term, with the scenarios that you just posed with, especially with the Olympics and the possibility if it goes there, we don't know, U.S. not going and participating in those games, do you think it will be a larger effect on China than it is on the U.S. should it go to those extremes then?
I think if we're talking about just basketball in general, it really wouldn't, non-economically, it wouldn't have an impact on the U.S. at all because if we're just talking basketball, if we're talking about anything else, then yeah, it would because economically, that's a lot of money that would be streaming over here. But if we're just talking plain hoops, nothing else, I'm sure the U.S. would be just fine without going to China. You know what I mean? Because it's not like that's a hotbed for recruiting. But it would hurt in that there's a lot of U.S. players that go play in China. They go and play overseas there. And, Stephon Marbury is a hero over there. They're about to put a statue up in his name. I just wish the Chinese government would understand that Daryl Morey is an individual, and he does not represent the entire NBA. And like I said, I'm not choosing the side, but I wish that would be one thing that they would realize and say, okay, let's leave this alone. And that's why I said maybe time is the thing that will heal all wounds.